Alright, so I just got back from mental health. I've been thinking a shit ton, thought after thought after thought after thought. But what I want to talk to you guys about is, and I've always wondered about this, like, I'm more of a natural thinker. I don't even know how to say it. I don't know if there's a word for it out there, or phrase or something, but I'm a natural thinker. And what I mean by that is, um, I think of everyday life, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's why it explains why I'm not so well versed with politics. It isn't directly affecting my life, or things like paying taxes, paying for a car, driving a car. It's not something you learn naturally, but I still do realize the importance of that. I'm realizing it more and more. But it's why I like such sports as fighting sports or parkour or rock climbing, because those are things that can be used in real life. Those are things that, benefit you in real life. You know how to climb a building, you can get away from, whatever. It's applicable in real life. It really is. So I'm more inclined to thinking of things that are applicable to my life rather than. That's why I can't deal with sports such as basketball or football. Football, you know what I'm saying? I do see fun in football because I like, get juking people and shit, shaking them out their shoes. But it's not applicable to real life. It doesn't help me in normal everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Things such as taxes or politics, or it doesn't really affect me directly, and that's why I'm not so well versed with those things. That's why I don't know how to drive, because I didn't learn. Like, learning how to drive has nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, how I operate everyday life. Well, okay, that's not what I mean to say. What I'm meaning to say is me learning how to drive, like how that shit maneuvers, is not something you grow up feeling a need for. You don't feel the need to grab a steering wheel and, steer it in the right direction and shit. That's not natural. It's not natural, is what I'm trying to say. It's not natural. You don't grow up naturally knowing how to dribble a basketball the way professionals do. You know what I'm saying? So, is there a word or phrase for this? You know what I'm saying? Some might say hippie, culturist. I don't know. Hell, I used to think of such things as naturalist living, like, or bare minimalist living is I think the phrase for it was. It's basically like learning how to live off of your resources. Like, say you got kicked out, say you were fucking running from the cops or whatever. I don't know. Whatever your situation is, anywhere, anytime, whatever you have, you can live or make the best of it out of, the situation and the resources available to you. You know how to make a rock or a fire to cook food out of, firewood and rock or cinder, whatever. You know how to use. I used to like shit like that because it's applicable to life. You know what I'm saying? Me paying taxes doesn't directly affect my life. Only because the government says it does, that's why it's important. But it doesn't affect my everyday life, nah. Money, you know what I'm saying? I can see why they say it's the root of all evil, because it's not necessary. It's not necessary for life. Knowing how to operate a motor vehicle is not absolutely necessary for life. I can see how they made it necessary, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? I'm more of a naturalist type person. I think of things that directly affect everyday life and my benefit in life. You know what I'm saying? And I was just wondering if anyone relates, if there's a phrase or word for that. Yeah.